Hello guys, JM Costa back here with my BPL prediction of 2016/17 season. So as you can see already on the screen, I've got from 20th to 10th, who I think will finish 20th, 19th, 18th, etc. Um, I think Hull is going to finish 20th. And before I get into explaining why, hope you enjoy this video. Leave a like if you do and subscribe. That'll be a big help and it just boosts someone's confidence. So I think Hull will finish 20th. I know at the time you're watching this video, they went out and beat, I think, Leicester. Yeah, it was Leicester 2-1. I've watched every Prem game today, so it's just, I don't know. While I was recording this, they beat Leicester 2-1. It was Snodgrass and I don't know, Hernandez or someone else, because they both overheaded it at the same time. And then I think, but they haven't made any big signings at all. Like, they've got on the bench today. They had one what senior player, like someone that isn't from the youth team, which isn't good when you're going into the BPL from the Championship. In 19th, I went with Burnley. I know they haven't played, or have they? I don't know. Let me just check this. Let me just check how Burnley got on today. Burnley got beat by Swansea 1-0, who I predict to finish 14th. But I just don't think they have a good enough squad, like back up if someone got injured. And I just think for the exact same reason, the Hull, they just don't have a big enough squad. And then 18th, I think Sunderland, because Moyes signed one person, Januzaj, who didn't perform at United and was supposed to be this huge player. And with them getting a manager like Moyes in so late, like a week before transfer start and the season starts, it ain't good. And I think the Sunderland need to just get a bit like a better, like more skill. Like Stoke have a bit of skill in their team now with like Nautovic, Shaqiri, Bojan. So I think Stoke are gonna do alright, like around 13th, 12th. In 17th, I went with West Brom. They beat Crystal Palace 1-0, who I've put down to finish 12th. I didn't see that goal because I just went out to do something at that minute. But they just, I don't know. They just, I just don't think they'll do well. I don't have any reason why, but it's where they normally finish, or roughly around where they finish. In 16th, I went with Bournemouth because they had a half decent season last season for the first time in the Premier League, and I think they'll do not the best, but still like stay in the Prem. And they made some alright signings, but let go of Richie. But they play tomorrow against Man United at home. I think that might be a close game, but I've got a series idea for the rest of the Prem, which will come a bit like, it won't be this week, it'll be next week. And then also put Middlesbrough in 15th. 15th, because I just don't think that's a good enough team. It's signed a few players, but I just don't think that their squad's good either. They've drawn 1-1 today with who else? With Stoke City, who is a good team, so they could take a positive from that. Let me just check where they are at the minute in the league. In the league, they are 6. I know all teams haven't played, but the 6 at the minute with 1 point. Which majority of the games ended 1-1 or a team won, which is good for teams like Liverpool and Arsenal, United, Bournemouth, Chelsea, West Ham that still haven't played. So if they win, they can go high up in the table. In 14th, I've got Swansea. Swansea got beat in today, which isn't good for them. Because, oh no, actually they won. Sorry, I thought Burnley won. I've probably spoke for him because of it. Because I'm doing this all in one. I probably spoke about these like earlier on in the video. I didn't watch the whole game. I kept on switching over. It is a good result for them, but it's not that good with Burnley just coming up. It's not something huge or amazing and good for them. I think that they let go a lot, 3 strikers also, or 3 good players. They then go and by a 31-year-old who scored 5 goals in like 39 appearances, which isn't great. But if they can finish like above or around 14th, I'll take that as like something good with like 10 good managers in the league. In 13th, I've got Stoke City because David, I'm about to say David Moyes, but he's Sunderland. But Stoke just don't have a great team. They drawed 1-1 with Middlesbrough. They did sign Joe Allen, but I just don't think the team's great. Like, it's around where they normally finish, so they won't argue with that. But they need to sign um like a great striker. They don't really have one. They have Arnautovic and Shaqiri. If I'm missing like this main striker out, I'm sorry, I just don't watch Strike that much. I only know some main players. But I reckon that'll be good for them, and that's where I reckon they'll finish is 13. In 12th, I have Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace got beat by West Brom, who are predicted to finish 17th. West Brom to beat them. As I mentioned, I didn't see the goal, but that is not good for Crystal Palace. They needed to win that game out. Shouldn't have been a hard game. But with letting go of, I think, Bolasie, I don't know if he actually went to Everton. I just know that there was rumours and apparently 30 mil and he was going to Everton. I don't know. But I still reckon that they would be able to turn the season around with. But they did let go of Gale. But I still think they've got enough quality above like Hull, Burnley, Sunderland, at least to stay up in the Premier League. In 11th, I have Watford. I thought Watford there because they're not that bad of a side, and I reckon they could do half decent in the league because I don't know, they're just a half decent side with. But if Agoro and Deeney go or either get injured, they will be knackered. They do give some teams fights, but they did end 1-1 with the team that I've predicted to finish in front of them, which is good for them. So I reckon one of them will finish 10th or one will finish 11th. I don't think they'll go above that. Southampton might, but I don't think Watford will. And next we have Southampton, the team who Watford drew with. Southampton have a good start, but they seem to let go of a lot of their main players. Like over the last couple of years, I'm a Liverpool fan, they've sold Ricky Lambert, Lovren, Lallana, Mane, if not any more, Clan. They have let go of a lot of players. If they would have kept all of them, I generally say they would be fighting for like 4th, because with the players that they have now, like I think Butland plays for Stoke, but they do have a well put together side with a half decent manager. And I just think that if they kept a lot of their players, but they just don't seem to do it, they just buy them for cheap and then sell them instead of trying to like gain and try and win trophies. And you're not going to win a trophy just off one season with them or 2 seasons. You need to build a team over a couple of seasons. So that's how I predicted the 20th to 10th. So in 20th I've put Hull City, in 19th I've put Burnley, in 18th I've put Sunderland, in 17th I've put West Brom, in 16th I've put Bournemouth. Did I say Bournemouth 18th? I don't know. But 18th is Sunderland, sorry if I mixed that up. 15th is Middlesbrough, 14th is Swansea, 13th is Stoke, 12th is Palace, well Crystal Palace, and 11th is Watford, and finally 10th is Southampton. So I'm going to jump on over now to the I think ninth to 5th. And I just want to say, this is, I'm not trying to like say anything about these teams, like they're not good teams or anything, because I can't say that Liverpool's a good team. Well, they're half decent, but there's been times where they've been terrible and other people have came back, and you just like, it's not nice to hear that your team's doing bad or anything, or someone saying that your team's not good. So this is how I put ninth till 5th. I put Everton in ninth, Leicester in 8th, 7th in Watford, 6th Tottenham, and 5th Arsenal. So when I done all this before the BPL started, like edited and everything, I put Everton ninth, but with them going to Tottenham and getting a 1-1 draw, that means that they could actually be contenders to 6th or 5th. Yeah, I put well, they've made a few. One signing is who has class as good as Williams. He's an okay defender. He's done good for Wales in the Euros, but why would you go out and sign Stecklenberg? If you're gonna win the Premier, you want someone like Karius, Courtois, someone like Che, Butland. Some teams not even win it, but yeah, like into Europa League or Champions League. But Stoke even have a better keeping on them, and they're not as good or as big as club as Everton. So I reckon I'll finish ninth. In 8th I have Leicester. After watching them play Hull, the amount of chances Mahrez, Vardy and Musa all missed, I predict if I could change these right now, I would probably predict them to finish 11th off that game performance. 11th. Hull City dominated. They deserved that win. And in 7th I have West Ham. I just think that they'll have a half decent season with having Bilic as a manager, keeping him. That's a big thing for them. Payet not going is even bigger. To have someone like Payet with the skill he has, and I would say predict them to finish 5th or 6th, but because they have Europa League to worry about, I just don't think that they'll be able to give the budget and don't have the in-depth squad to just get that extra leap like Arsenal do every year. In 6th I went with Tottenham, and in 5th I went with Arsenal. The two derbies, derby teams in. So it's Tottenham and Arsenal. I put Tottenham in 6th and Arsenal in 5th. I put Tottenham in 6th because they should have been able to bury Everton today, or when you're watching it in game week 1. But they just didn't create any chances. It's like, or when they did, they just would bluff it. Like, there's a few chances that they should have scored, and quite a few. So offensively, they are making things, but they're just not scoring. And in 5th, I went with Arsenal because with them, I just don't think with like managers like Klopp, Conte, Guardiola, and who else? Mourinho. I just don't think that Arsene Wenger is just not good enough for the Prem anymore. I just don't think he is. Okay, he might do good until Christmas time, but you need a manager that can do it all year. Till Christmas time, he's gonna probably finish around 5th. So he needs to. That's why I don't think he's good enough. And I reckon he will just mess up this season, and they'll finish around 5th or even 6th, and Tottenham will take over them, or Spurs, whatever you call them. And also in the game week 1, playing against Liverpool, it's still yet to happen. The game, I think last time they met it was 2-2, and it was a close game, but I just don't think Arsenal will be able to get the upper edge, like, because he hasn't signed a striker, and I just don't think that they'll be able to deal with the pace of Liverpool and the pace of other teams like Leicester, like last year as well. So that's what I think will happen from 9th to 5th. It will be a close one between all them. and I hope that Arsenal don't win the league. I just don't want them to. No offense to Arsenal fans or anything, I just don't want them to. So that's where I reckon they'll all finish. In fourth, I think Man United. For one, I just want them to finish fourth or even further back because I just don't like them. I hate them as a team. I hate the players and I hate the fans. No offense to all, I just hate them. I know that's like a large word to use, but I just don't like them at all. I put them there because paying 90 mil and putting that type of price tag on a centre mid 22 years old, so that is going to put a lot of pressure on Pogba. And Zlatan, I think he's too old for the Premier League. You can say, oh yeah, he scored in the Community Shield against Leicester, but that's one goal. It doesn't mean that he's the best player in the world, does it? And then in third, I put Liverpool. Because we've signed a few good players with Mane, with Wijnaldum, Clavin, the centre-back, Matip, Karius. Even though Karius is out for like another 7 weeks, but he is a world-class keeper. Like, he got team of the season in Bundesliga, not just in FIFA 16, but in real life. But I think Liverpool, their problem is they can go and play someone like Hull, yes, and then not play well, but then go and play one of these top 4 teams or top 3, and we'll win. They'll just dominate the game, and that's something that I hope Klopp can change to Liverpool. And in second, I went with Manchester City because watching them play against who did he? Sunderland. It's just they just played terrible. They just didn't create anything. I only watched the second half, but I just don't think they created anything. I think Guardiola is just gonna flop in his first season. But however, you might think different. You might think that City might finish first, United might finish first, whatever. You might think it might finish like that. You might think City. You might think Liverpool don't deserve to be up there. You think it should be Arsenal. But Arsenal aren't, in my opinion, aren't a great side now. With having Snogo and Giroud as your main forwards, that is not something you want. And in first, I went with Chelsea because they have set up in pre-season so well. They'll, like against Liverpool, they scored, and then they'll just get nippy fouls. Wouldn't get yellow cards for them because they weren't yellow card offensives. B, to like slow the game down and not let Liverpool get back into the game, and that's what can win you titles and win you cups and everything. And with them not being in Champions League or anything, will give them the boost over City, and I think United in Europa League, I actually don't know, and give the boost over like Arsenal and Tottenham, with them being in Champions League. So that is my BPL predictions. I think Chelsea will be the champions of the Premier League. It's just, I'm not trying to be harsh on any teams, but I just don't think that any other team has the upper edge over Chelsea at this minute in time. It can all change in the January. I will do one in the January transfer window, and after January transfer happens, I will come back. Even if one team's flying, I will still come back and show you where I think everybody will finish. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the like button. It took hours and hours to record this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and see ya.